Okay, nobody's going to watch this video anyway, so I'm going to make it. Hey, I've got a car. I've driven a couple of these, and really, I'm finding myself liking them a lot, and it being a decent car. And this one in particular is hiding an option that I've never seen in one of these. So we're going to just take a quick peek at it and see see it together. Here she is, 2016 Kia Soul in that bright green. Now that is a vibrant color. Here in a minute you're going to see the shirt that I'm wearing. You can find out that me too like vibrant colors. So this one is going to have alloy wheels, be a little more of a base package, not going to have the fog lights and stuff like that. Nice set of alloy wheels on it. Overall, car runs and drives great. Still got my plate on it. I drove it home last night, actually to Evansville and back to my house. So I probably put, probably 75, 80 miles on this thing last night. So, driving it's got power windows, got power locks, tilt, but it's missing an option that I wish it had. We'll talk about that on the inside. Overall, not a bad car. This is probably about the second one of these I've driven. And I've driven the second generation, and the second generation is a great car. This one's a good car. They do make some improvements in the second gen of this that are really nice. The one that I had up here and drove, I really like that. Looks a little bigger, more refreshed front end. Really like it. But these cars are great too. The more of these I drive, man, the more of them I like them. This color actually reminds me, I had a Dodge Caliber SXT for a demo in this color, and all my sales guys dubbed that car the Booger Mobile. They would always say, "Hey, here comes George in the Booger Mobile." So seeing this color, this reminds me of that car, this particular color in that story. Everybody gave me a headache for that, but I always like funky colors and funky cars, and this one does not disappoint. Like I said, it's hiding an awfully weird option, and if you see the short on this first, you'll understand it. I'm gonna stop right here, and we're gonna hop on the inside. I've already got it running, so when I get in, I'll turn the air down and we'll take a peek. All right, we're going to hop on the inside of this and let me show you what she's hiding. First thing you're going to notice, let me turn that radio down. You're going to notice the three pedals. This is a manual transmission Kia Soul. Now, I didn't even know you could get one like this, and I've never worked for a franchise Kia dealer, so, I'm not super familiar with their option packages, but it's got three pedals and a 6-speed manual transmission. We'll talk about that in just a second. I'm going to scoot that seat back. But you've got power windows, power locks. So when you hop in this, I'm going to show you what I wish it had that it doesn't. Obviously, it's got that 6-speed manual transmission. It's got the lockout down here. You've got a USB port. You've got your basic radio. It has USB functions. It does have satellite radio. The satellite radio's on in this. So I actually listened to a little bit of satellite radio and a little bit mixture of my music last night. Let's talk about this. It does not make this car neither fast nor furious, so let's talk about it. It does make it a little more fun to drive than the other ones I've driven, and I don't know if it's more for the fact that it's got a manual transmission, and typically stick shift cars are a lot of fun to drive. And I actually read a report that only 15% of licensed drivers can still drive one of these. Drop down in the comments whether you can still drive one. I like to hop in one every once in a while just to make sure I still remember how to shift the gear. This one was, it's not fast by no stretch of the imagination, but it is a lot more fun to drive with that manual transmission, being able to rev it a little bit. One thing I noticed on this, and you'll see up here, your red line on this is 6,500 miles. I got the e-brake on, so that's why the brake light's on down there. 98,037 on the miles. You get much anything above $4,000 on the tack, shifting gears, and this thing has nothing. I mean, it's about as powerful as a Chevy Spark above 4,000 RPMs. I mean, it really has nothing, but it does make this car a little more fun to drive. Um, here, here's where it's missing stuff. So I drove this. I mean, you've got steering wheel audio controls here. You got Bluetooth for hands-free phone here. This will run your trips, and I'll just show you. I'm averaging about, it says 32.7, so close to 33 miles per gallon. So not bad fuel mileage, really. And like I said, it's a very fun car to drive with manual transmission. Does not have cruise control. I like 5 speeds with cruise for getting on the interstate. Maybe just lock your cruise control in. I got about halfway home before I realized this car does not have cruise control, which again, wouldn't be a huge issue for me. I mean, if I was just going to city commute, but on the highway, I would definitely like to have that cruise control. So we're going to hop in the back. One thing about these, you can see getting out, you've got a lot of headroom in it, and it shows in the back. I've got that seat scooted as far back as it can go, and you have this much room. These rear seats will fold down. You've got a good amount of headroom. That's one nice thing about these. The soles have a lot of headroom, very similar to the Jeep Renegade in that fashion. That you've got a decent amount of headroom in the back. I'm gonna pop this hatch open. You've got, it's a respectable amount of room. Keep in mind, this is considered a subcompact car, or as Kia calls it, a wagon to, cheat on their cafe standards, but that's neither here nor there. You've got here to drop those seats down. You got a good amount of storage. You've got storage underneath there as well. They're not bad cars. They're fairly inexpensive. They're a good point A to point B car, good commuter car, good car for a kid. You've got good headroom and good visibility in it. Like I said, the back seats, that's seated normal. My daughter rode with me this morning, so that's where she would normally sit. She's pretty close to my height, so a decent amount of legroom in this thing. Hop up to the front. It's a manual seat, of course. You can see, you see that manual transmission. You've got no armrest. That's something I would like. I'm sure aftermarket, there's kits to take care of that. I know the old Echoes and Yaris's and stuff. You could get some kind of center console that went in there. But you've got the USB ports. Overall, car's not in bad shape. It drove out really well. We won't call it the Booger Mobile, but here she is. Our 2016 6-speed manual Kia Soul. Thanks for taking time to watch my video on the little green 2016 Kia Soul with the manual transmission. Neat little car. If somebody can drive a manual transmission, it'd be a fun little car to have. I did not have a clue that they made these cars in that manual transmission. It definitely makes it more fun to drive. As you can see with my shirt, I too am into the vibrant colors. So if you're into the vibrant colors and like cars like I do, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. I like to do videos like this, but I also want to let you know I got an extra iPhone. I'm going to be working on the CarPlay video today. I should be dropping that sometime this week. I've got some new inventory in, so I'm going to do a little lot walk here later on. You guys will get a little of that. And we'll see what's coming up in the next one.